Oh, I be human being, oh, I be human.
I'm Jeffrey, and you are?
I'm Kelvin.
I'm Dave.
Okay, so Dave, there is training debate, okay, which is talking about whether government, okay, should allow students to use smartphones in school, okay. But first, I want to know which school you went, okay. So which school do you go to?
I went to Gov't.
Hey, put you right.
Yeah.
Oh, nice.
I also went to Pope John.
Why you guys knew each other back in school?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. So then my next question is, were you guys using phones on campus or in school?
Like us.
Yes, the two of you.
Where we?
Everywhere.
Oh, so you guys are okay. So now this is the main question. Okay, so there are groups of people who are trying to advocate to government that government should allow students to use smartphones. I want to know your view on that. Is it a good idea?
To me, in a way, it's good. In a way, too, like it's not, cause like the phone, when it's with you, you would think you use it to you use it for the purpose, but then you see the distraction sets in.
Okay, nice. And you?
Well, I think it's not necessary for them to use phone because it's a total distraction. You think, oh, if the phone is there, I'll learn, but phone is something. Exactly. It takes your total attention from books. You understand? So I don't think it's a good idea.
Okay, so what if the schools authorities are putting in place measures? Okay, so at least it can be helpful in learning and teaching.
And what are the measures? Like measures like?
Or maybe trying to allow them to use to particular time, or maybe have this online site or platform
and
where they can share
who are
knowledge.
Those who be keeping the phones?
The students themselves.
It's still a distraction. It's still a very big distraction, because if you still have the phone and as long as you have internet connection there, you use it for other purposes other than the academic purposes.
Okay, so your phone that you guys are using over here on campus, doesn't it help you to learn, like to do research?
Yeah.
YouTube, learn some videos.
Oh, this one is a different thing altogether. Yeah, you have to research more, but there, I think they give you textbooks and stuff, so that one you have to depend fully on textbooks.
Okay. Alright, so my guys, thank you very much for passing by. Sorry. Free.
I'm Joanna.
Okay, so Joanna, there's this debate which is trending that students should be allowed to use smartphones in SHS. Okay, but before that, I would like to know which school you went to.
Okay, I attended Fijai Senior High School.
Oh, nice.
In Takrady, yeah.
Okay, nice. Fijai. Okay, I've heard a lot about you guys. Oh, okay. So back then, were you using the phone?
Actually, I wasn't using the phone, but then when I got to Form 3, I started using the phone.
Oh, okay. So now I'll ask, do you think it would be impactful or to be a good thing for government to allow students to use phone in SS?
Yeah, I think so for some reasons.
Okay.
For some reasons.
Let's say
because if you use a phone, it's good because you can do your research and stuff. But then, in some way, it's not okay because some students tend to use the phone to call their boyfriends and stuff.
Okay.
So, but then in some way, it's really, really important.
Okay. Okay. All right. Thank you very much.
Okay, thank you too.
I'm Jeffrey.
Mame Fuswa.
Okay. So Mame Fuswa. Okay. There's this training debate. Okay, which is, let's say, it's talking about whether government should allow students to use smartphones at school or not. That's the SS level. Okay. And I want to know your view on that. But before that, I would like to know which school you attended.
I attended Gov't Senior High School.
Oh, so Krobo is shiny. Oh yeah. I know about that. Okay, so back then, were you using the phone?
No, I wasn't.
Oh, really? Like she was not even a young.
No.
Okay, so then I'd like to know your view. Is it a good idea that government should allow students at SS level to use smartphones?
Personally, I don't think it is. I don't think it is a good idea because it will impede their progress. They are not going to study. Even without phones, they don't really study. They go to prep, they chat, they don't study. And people who had phones, who sneaked phones in school, they didn't study and they didn't make any good grades. So I personally don't think it's a good idea for them to allow smartphones and SHS.
Okay, so what about if there's a way that we can put in some measures, maybe like a tablet that has only Wi-Fi access?
Trust me, I don't think it will work. All I want them to do is, or all I would suggest that they do is to equip and enhance their ICT laboratories.
Okay.
that one is best. I mean, because trust me, they will not study if you give them smartphones and smart tablets.
Okay. All right, thank you very much for your time. Thanks for passing by. I'm Jeffrey, and you are?
I'm Judith.
Judith, nice meeting you.
Nice meeting you, Jeffrey.
Okay, so there is ongoing debate, okay, which is trying to address that should government allow students at SS to use smartphones or not? Okay, but before that, I want to know which school you attended.
I attended at Shimota Senior High School.
Wow, Motown.
Yeah,
Oh, that's
Motown.
nice. Okay, but back then, using the phone.
No, not at all. I wasn't
You sure?
using a phone. It was phone booth. I wasn't using a phone.
You sure? So you had no phone?
No, not at all. I used the phone booth to call my mom when I needed something to. I wasn't.
Okay, that's nice. So, like I said, I want to know your idea or your opinion, whether it's a good thing or a bad thing to get the government allow students to use phone at SS.
Is it as a teaching aid?
Yes, teaching any aid.
Well, I think it's a bad idea because if I was able to go through the education process without a phone and I was able to excel, then I don't think those coming now would have to use phone in school. So that is my idea.
But now times have changed. Now smartphones are becoming common, so you can also help them, right?
Yes, smartphones are becoming common, but looking at students, me personally, a student, no, I don't think it's going to help. Because they'll visit other sites instead of using that as a learning process, and that is going to retard our educational development.
Okay.
Yeah.
Alright, so Judith, thank you very much for having
Thank you too.
Okay, I'm Jeffrey.
I'm Calvin.
Okay, nice meeting you, Calvin.
Apart.
Okay, Aparo, nice meeting you too. Okay, so there is trending debates, okay, which people and some groups are trying to advocate to government that students should be allowed to use smartphones at the SS level. And today we are here to seek the opinion of students on campus. But before that, I'd like to know which school you attended.
Akumine Senior High.
Aish, okay.
Chimu Senior High.
Oh, okay, I see that. Okay, so back then, you were using the phone.
Oh no.
I was sure.
Very sure. I was using a teacher's phone, so I was okay.
Okay, and you?
Back then, no phones, man.
Not even yam.
No phones.
Yam,
No
sir.
phones, man.
Okay, so now, like I said, so the question: do you think it's a good idea or a bad idea for government to allow students to use smartphones to aid teaching and learning? Or
From my experience, it's a good idea because when I was in school, I used my teacher's phone and then it helped me a lot.
to do research?
Yeah, research and all those stuff. Yeah.
Okay, that's
They
nice.
helped me a lot.
Thank you very much. And you?
But I don't think smartphones are the only thing that will, let's say, aid in teaching and learning. They can go for other stuff, right? Because we can get something different from apart from using a smartphone, because smartphone comes with advantages and disadvantages. Okay. Hope you understand.
So the other things, do you have anything in mind? Or
Oh, there are a lot of
suggest?
things that you can go for other than a smartphone, because smartphone there,
I'll be bored. So
smartphone. So you can go for something different.
With a smartphone, you can limit the usage. You can
Sure.
limit the you can limit
They have control over it.
But the government can control it.
It is
You
the
get it.
government. They can do whatever they want to it.
Opening tabs and things.
That is
Like you said, opening tabs, maybe going to a site I want to go to. How can the government?
it is all programming.
Oh,
It
okay.
is all programming.
Okay.
Okay. Yeah,
Fine.
true. What he has a point.
Mm.
He has a point.
So they can block the site
So
or something.
if it can be engineered right,
It can be
so
just program it.
so if you can program,
Just program it to do this,
because
and
you
it
have
will do
phones
it.
for only
That's
learning.
it.
You have these key tabs and these
Okay.
tabs for learning. So if the government can use that one to make teaching and learning easier, I think that's the best.
Okay.
That one can make calls, just learning, research, and all these things. Let's limit it.
Alright, thank you guys. Charlie, I really appreciate having you guys around. Alright, thanks. Hello, I'm Jeffrey.
I'm Christiana.
Nice meeting you, Christiana.
Nice meeting you too.
Okay, so there's ongoing debate, okay, which is seeking to address that. Is it a good idea for government to allow students to use phones at SS level? So we're seeking your opinion. But before that, I want to know which school you attended.
Well, I'm a proud Hobson. I went to Holy Child School.
Go you! Nice. That's nice, Hobson. Okay, cool.
Yeah.
So back then, we're using the phone.
Oh no, I never use a phone in
Sure,
SHS.
not even a yam.
Oh no, my parents are very strict. So there's no way I'd have got a phone in the SHS. But I had friends who use phones, so I know what to
Okay.
say.
Okay. So now to the main thing. Do you think it's a good idea that government should allow students to use phones?
Well, for me, I think it shouldn't, because in as much as I think SHS it's still part of the growth process and all. And sometimes you feel because you're in Form 3, you're old enough, and then you know what you're about. You're supposed a phone is not that much I think we feel like we are grown, so like a phone is not that much of a big deal. Like, come on, you are grown. So, but then in as much as we think it's productive, I mean, I feel like you get distracted. That's what I think, because most people are more interested in like texting their friends in other schools. Like, they're also on WhatsApp. They're using we see it to be like a hype. I don't know, when you're using a phone, they see you to be like some not really deviant, but then like I don't know a word to use. But then you see, like maybe when you're in SHS, like maybe, let's say Holy Child, and then you have other friends in like other schools, like you can be texting them and then other things, and then they feel, because like it's not really a thing that has to be like, it's not really legal. So when you have it, it's like you are on top of the world, something like
some
that.
Bad girl, some
yes,
okay.
Like some like
prescribed.
some big girl be like that. So that's where the attention is. I don't think most people don't use their phone to learn at all. That one day, I know.
But what of maybe in research, in learning, studying?
Trust me,
online
SHS,
videos?
people don't do those learning things. They don't concentrate more. The phone is not really a thing for learning in SHS, because I think everyone can testify to that. Everyone who had a phone in SHS, me, I didn't, but I had friends who had it. They wasn't really for, maybe if they'll ever use it for educational stuff, because of like maybe appointees, people will send them. Yeah, that's what it was.
Okay.
Like appointees, people will send it to them. But then apart from that, I don't think a phone should be allowed in SHS.
So thanks, Kusi. I'm Jeffrey. You are?
I'm Situ.
Wow. Okay.
I'm Fauzi.
Yeah. Okay. So there's this ongoing debate, that should government allow students at SS to use smartphones or not? Okay. But before I get to that question, I'd like to know which school you attended.
I went to Laboni Senior High.
Ah, okay.
I attended St. Thomas Aquinas.
Oh, okay. That's nice. Okay. So now the question I want to ask: do you think it's a good idea or a bad idea if government should allow students to use phones at SS?
To me, yes, it's a good idea, because sometimes you actually need to search for an information maybe in the evening, you see, but at that time that still won't be open.
Okay.
So to me, it's a good idea. Yeah. That's.
But why do you have to wait till it's nightfall? Why do you have to wait till it's
maybe
evening?
you are now having your studies. Wow.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
For me, I wouldn't like the idea, because you see, using a smartphone, for instance, there are a lot of apps that hinders learning. Sometimes an app like a social media app, like when you are learning with the phone and let's say a WhatsApp message pop up, you
distracted.
That one day.
Okay.
Yeah. So I won't support the idea of using smartphones in the SHS.
Alright, guys, thanks for passing by.
My name is Nawa.
I'm Abena.
Okay, so Nawa and Abna, you guys are welcome.
Thank you.
Okay, so there's a trend debate which is going on. Okay, which is trying to see whether government should allow students to use smartphones, at school, that's SS, or not. So, but before that, I want to know the school you attended.
I went to Achimota Senior High School.
Okay, and you?
Bestie Girls.
Oh, okay, that's nice. Some two big schools. Okay, so now, was you on the phone on campus?
No, I didn't, and I wasn't allowed to actually.
Okay, what about you?
Me neither.
You sure?
Yes.
Because I know girls can sneak the phones they use in school.
No, at school we have like a very huge policy about that. So.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Okay, so like I said, government is trying to know our views on that. So what do you think?
I think it's a bad idea.
Why?
Because the reason why we would be allowed to use phones is maybe for research purposes, but like that's a very little, like that's actually not what people would use their phones for actually. If we needed research purposes, then ICT labs would be fine.
Okay.
But then people want to use their phones for other reasons which aren't academic, so I wouldn't prescribe that for SHS. Maybe in university that would be fine, but like in SHS I don't think it's a really good idea.
That's nice. I like your point. What's your point?
Yeah, I'm actually with her. I think it's quite distracting because WASI is like the major exams coming to the university, and with your phones in school you'll be really, really distracted and you won't be able to learn and focus on your academics. So I think it shouldn't be allowed.
Yeah.
Okay, but I know some schools have IT labs, but yes, still, or they're not able to do research or stuff, or they have no access to the IT labs.
I don't know.
Like some schools have IT labs, but yes, the students are not given access to use it.
Why aren't they?
I don't know, maybe to protect their computers to last longer.
Then if they are going to like introduce phones, I think they would have to make a uniform and everyone gets maybe a certain kind of phone with certain resources. Otherwise, people will go out of it. If everyone is bringing their own phones, they'll bring different phones for different reasons, not usually academic. So I still wouldn't know.
Okay. Hi.
But I think, every school has like ICT period.
Yeah.
Okay.
So that time they could use it for their research within the week. Yeah, I think that's.
Okay, so ladies, thank you very much for having you guys.
You're welcome.
Alright, I'll see you guys. The last point done.
Pino, I be human Pino, just like you. Oh, I be human Pino, I be human Pino, I be human Pino, I be human Pino, oh, just like you.